Welcome back to the 2023 APP Houston Open. We've had our singles action underway already on this championship Sunday, and now it is time to take a look at our Vlasic women's doubles bracket. Woo! We're in for a good one here. Our gold medal match featuring Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong taking on the 1 seed Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. Megan and Susannah, though, having to come through the backdraw to punch their ticket here to Championship Sunday, whereas Glozman and Truong stayed perfect all day yesterday to make their way through the winner's bracket. Both teams getting warmed up as we speak here in Houston. You've got Vivian and Alix on the left side of your screen, Megan and Susannah on the right side of your screen. We'll let them get warmed up. We will do the same. And when we come back, live action of our women's doubles gold medal match from the 2023 APP Houston Open.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is presented by Skechers, Powerplate, Yola, and Humana. What a match we have on our hands here. Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, the 1 seed, taking on Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong here on Championship Sunday. Little firefight going the way of Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman taking game 1. Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong take our first 2 games, which means it's time for a 15-point championship tiebreaker. Nothing matters except for this next game. Winner takes the gold. The speed up of Megan Fudge.
She lost it.
Lost in the sun, but great recovery by Megan Fudge. Are you kidding me with
another
that point? Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong now sitting just 1 point away from winning their very first women's doubles gold medal. Such power, such poise from Truong and Glozman as they win their very first women's doubles gold medal. The first gold medal that they won together was in Chicago, and today in Houston, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman trying to make it 2 of them. That was really the moment that we realized this duo could be something incredibly special, and now they have won that gold, a silver, and 3 bronze as a women's doubles duo here in Houston. They haven't just made their way to Championship Sunday, but they made their way through the winner's bracket to Championship Sunday. You see Vivian Glozman, just 23 years old, out of Bellevue, Washington. She is the one with her back to us right now, talking with our USA Pickleball referee and her partner, Alix Truong, right in front of her. She's 18 years old, out of Falls Church, Virginia. Getting a chance to catch up with both of them yesterday. They talked about the dynamic that they have really worked through as a team, and it's something that we've seen play out quite a bit here in recent weeks on the APP Tour. You see Alix has 9 APP medals won in 2023. 2 of those were gold. One she won with Glozman in Chicago, and the other she won in mixed doubles with Andre Diescu in Cincinnati. So they have made themselves quite a formidable duo here in women's doubles, but if you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And that has been what Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge are certainly in the running to be here on the APP Tour. Taking a live look at Megan Fudge getting warmed up here, 36 years old, calls Bel Air, Florida home, but originally from Germany. She has 24 APP medals won in 2023, 5 of them gold. She and Susannah Barr have paired up as a women's doubles duo for quite a few tournaments now. And here they are again. Susannah Barr getting a look at her, 45 years old, out of Boise, Idaho. And she's going to get us started with the serve.
The defense creates another error.
And so let's get a closer look here at Susannah Barr. Like I mentioned, 45 years old, hometown of Boise, Idaho. Started playing pickleball in 2017. She coaches. And then she also served in the military as well. Really cool story that Susannah Barr has. We will get into it more as this match continues. Truong with the overhead into the net, so it's going to be quick 2-0 lead here for Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr. And speaking of Megan, like I mentioned, she was born in Germany, played collegiate tennis at Illinois, where she met her husband Ryler, and now she travels with Ryler and their 2 kiddos in an RV to most of the pickleball stops on tour. That time, Alix Truong finding the right spot behind Susannah Barr to force the side out, especially here in Houston. I imagine it's nice to get into the air conditioning of your RV, parked pretty close to the site. Vivian Glozman, we talked a little bit about her. She's from Bellevue, Washington, played collegiate tennis at a few different places. First APP gold medal was in Chicago with Alix Truong. And last but certainly not least, let's introduce you to Alix Truong. She started playing tennis at age 6, first played pickleball in 2020. Her favorite athlete, Alex Morgan. Fantastic soccer player is Alex Morgan. Back on the court here, Truong and Glozman find themselves on the board and in a rally here with Fudge and Barr.
Oh, that's a good spot right there from Alix Truong, and she has Fudge trying to slide to the sideline to get to the forehand.
You know, most of the time, Fudge is going to look to counter with that forehand. She drops straight to the forehand and tries to slide out of the way. Truong's ball wasn't even that hard. It was just that it followed her movement.
Glozman with a strong forehand in the middle. Gives them the first lead, their first lead of this first game of our women's doubles gold medal match here in Houston.
Yeah, excellent ball movement there from Truong and Glozman. 3, 2, 1. Sideline to sideline, so they created that pop-up.
Yeah, nice counter right there from Megan Fudge as Truong goes down the line with that speed up, but then instead of Fudge going back where it came from, watch her cross the body of Alix Truong and go to the middle.
3, 2, 2.
So it'll be Glozman here with the serve. 3-2-2. Susannah Barr winding up and ready for that one.
Just too much power there on the forehand from Barr. We watch the paddle just lays back a little too far. So once that palm is facing the sky,
Susannah Barr finds the back corner of the court, forcing the side out.
Good hands exchange up here at the kitchen line from all four of these ladies. Corner pocket there for Barr.
It will be Barr with the serve. 2-4-1. Our score here on Championship Court. Sheesh.
There's some great exchanges here
And
early.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the ball right to the right hip.
3, 4, 1.
Fudge sets it up with the lob. Glozman digs it back into the net.
Get away with one right there.
Yeah. I think the wind threw the timing of the backhand off just a little bit.
Ties us up at 4-all here in game number 1. Still on their first serve. Our Barr and Fudge. Little miscommunication there in the middle between Truong and Glozman.
You see Glozman pat her chest go, my bad, because she's been pinching really hard right there, and she does a little bit right there as a hesitation from Truong because it looks like Glozman's going to take that one.
Stakes are in.
That time the ball just skidding, and Glozman can't get the paddle on it properly.
Big serve there from Barr. That ball never came up.
And a timeout called on the court here by Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman as Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge take a 6-4 lead here in game number 1. And this could be a preview of things to come because it is always fun when these two teams match up. Let's take a look at our Vlasic rally of the match. My goodness.
Well, again, it's the hands exchange here from all four of these ladies. And we see this so much, Chad. You and I talk about it in women's doubles more than anything. And again, it happens here early on. Great point, great setup.
It all comes down to that final ball there from Barr where she catches that right hip of Glozman and jams her up. But we are certainly going to see some hand exchanges here in this one. And even the men know that the women's game is a little bit more faster paced than this.
We hear it all the time. All the podcasts that are out there, all the men talk about it too, and they say there's way more pace in the women's game, way more hands exchanges up at the kitchen line. Just a different game and a different mindset from women's doubles to men's doubles.
Susannah Barr with the serve.
Ooh. Oh, she pulled it wide. How did Alix Truong reach that? Her arms aren't that long.
And they look at it.
It's every inch of that frame.
That one going past Alix Truong. Great placement by Susannah Barr again. Corner pocket, as you like to say, Dom.
Well, and this is how they looked last night. As they came through the bottom half of the draw, they seemed to get better and better, did Barr and Fudge. And that's exactly where they're picking up right where they left off. That's a great spot there from Vivian Glozman, leaning in and going right hip of Susannah Barr. Perfect spot.
Puts them onto their second serve. Megan Fudge with it. And a side out here after a 5-0 run from Fudge and Barr. Truong with the serve.
Yeah, good spot there from Fudge. Goes into the middle. And with that, just a little bit of hesitation from Truong and Glozman with a little bit of communication issues is enough to throw it off.
Good hands, because that's not a bad speed up right there from Vivian Glozman. Barr finally opens up that backhand and redirects this here on the speed up.
8-4-1.
Yeah, I think the better spot right there for Glozman is right hip. Woo. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Both of us.
Nice two-hand backhand off of the lob here from Truong, but then Glozman surprises Barr and Fudge by reaching in, taking that ball out of the air.
That ball just a little wide.
So we see this often, Chad, is Glozman will go into these, get into these tendencies where she'll make mistakes and they'll come in bunches.
Yep.
And this is what we're seeing right now. Now, can she fix it? Yes. Has she fixed it before and we've seen her do this? Yes. But she has to do this right now against a team like Fudge and Barr, who are playing very well, for continuing it from last night.
I was talking with Alix and Vivian last night after they secured their spot here in the women's doubles gold medal match, and we were talking about that communication between the two of them and just how they've worked out their dynamic as a duo, because as you can see, Vivian Glozman, a bit taller than Alix Truong, but Alix has a big personality, and you hear her on the court. And so she said she's really had to hone in on the fact that when she's playing with Vivian Glozman, she's the setup, not the put away. And so they've worked on their dynamic. They spent about 6 weeks together, just without any separation, and it got to the point where they sort of needed a break from each other. They got that after Dallas, and now coming back together here in Houston, it's something that they feel like that distance was almost good for them to be apart, sort of work on their own games individually, and now coming back together. Seems like it's a little slow here to start, though, on this Sunday morning, but it is how they pushed themselves through the winner's bracket yesterday.
Well, the issue right now is that Glozman is trying to hit balls that aren't going to come back. So then she's going for smaller targets, and her misses are a little bit larger than her target. What she needs to do is go for the setup shots. Look at 2-3 balls coming back, and each ball trying to develop to get it higher or pop it up more.
Critical spot for them to do that coming out of the timeout. About everything you could ask for. And side out.
That is a spot of Vivian Glozman's game that she has really improved. It's that backhand. I think she really put some pressure on cross court.
The ATP from Megan Fudge, defended by Truong.
Ooh.
And then that was just...
Who screamed in the middle of the point there?
Someone in the crowd was like, oh, that's a winner, and Alix Truong had other ideas here.
Yeah.
What defense.
The pickup on the half volley right there from Truong.
But then Susannah Barr there to finish the point.
The movement right now of Barr and Fudge is incredible. The court coverage, the communication, they're just on point at the moment.
9-4-1.
There's that pressure drop, Chad, we talk about from Susannah Barr.
Sets up a game point opportunity here for Megan Fudge with the serve.
It's an excellent ball there from Glozman. Again, that backhand side so much more improved, but that's a deep penetrating dink there that pushed Fudge back away from the kitchen line. Had to try to go down the net, down the line, that high part of the net. Oh, it's in.
Point goes the way of Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman. This had everything.
No, this last volley here from Truong after the reach in and the flick. A little bit of a tomahawk right there, and just gets that wide enough to Barr. But that's something that you can feed some momentum off of right there with that point.
4-10.
Gets the ball back on their side for Vivian Glozman, and Alix Truong defends their first game point opportunity, and now a point of their own.
That's what I was about to say before we got to this point. If we got to game 2, Truong and Glozman needed to come out, be more aggressive. We haven't seen them drive a whole lot yet, and especially driving when they're coming up.
Great spot by Susannah Barr right down the middle.
Again, it's what she does so well is watch this ball right here. Truong thinks she's going to go right at her, and she misdirects it through the middle. Great hands, though, from Truong off the tape.
Fudge trying to call Barr off of that ball, but like you guys always say, typically by the time you hear that, paddle's on the ball.
Well, ready? It's on her paddle as you hear no. And no.
Yeah.
Or just a little bit before.
Megan Fudge with the forehand.
Well, and that's what Megan Fudge does really well now, recently over the last like 5-6 months, is you watch her step in the middle here and really just take charge, right here. She takes that ball away from Susannah Barr, who's 3 feet behind her, and eliminates the time.
Sets up another game point opportunity here. Susannah Barr with the serve.
Second serve.
And just rushed that drop a little bit there. Rolled over the top of it.
So will third time be the charm here? Megan Fudge with another game point opportunity.
That
Framed
was,
it.
that was toward the end of the paddle there. You heard the different sound come off it, but at times, if you can keep that in, the ball is actually hit
Harder.
a lot harder coming off the end of that one with some funky spin. Oh, I like that step in there from Glozman. It was the reach in, speed up forehand, attack backhand. Truong got that ball just a little bit behind her.
6-10-2.
6-10-2, the score for Glozman's serve.
Side out.
And like you said, Chad, I like Glozman stepping in the middle a little more right there. We saw it was like 2-6, which made it 3-6. They were down, but she reached in, pulled that ball back across Barr's body, and got her on the right hip. I think that's a good spot for Vivian Glozman.
Game point opportunity here for Barr and Fudge.
Second serve.
Tough ball to speed up there for Fudge, especially as she's taking a quick jab step back.
And you got Glozman sitting there in the
Yep.
middle because where she was trying to go, too.
Side out.
Saving, what's that, 5?
5.
now?
5 game point opportunities. Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong have successfully defended, and now the ball back on their side. And you talk about, Dom, the number of points that you got to get when you get a side out like this at a game point opportunity. Last time, 2 points they added to their score. Now they trail by 4 here. Truong with the serve.
Hardest points to get are the double-digit ones, 10 and 11. They've got the 10, but 11 is eluded them.
Proving difficult.
Yes,
Elusive, even.
elusive even.
On to their second serve.
6-10-2.
Oh, Barr just got a little too big with the take back.
So it'll be 7-10-2, the score for Glozman's serve.
10-2.
That ball's wide.
Ball wide.
Well, there's a couple of points.
So a timeout called on the court by Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr. They want to take a break because just like that, Truong and Glozman within 2. Their first game point opportunity for Fudge and Barr. The score was 10-4.
Yep, so 4-0 run here for Glozman and Truong, and they've settled in, right? They haven't gotten really out of sorts with their game. They've settled in, played a lot more calm here, and let points come to them. And when they've done that, now they've gone on that 4-0 run, and now they're putting a little pressure here on Barr and Fudge, because now the more every time you get a ball back and you're serving for the game and you don't succeed, now you start thinking about it more, and now you could start pressing more. That's the last thing that Fudge and Barr need to do right now, is start pressing.
This duo, though, is one that we have seen come back time and time again from adversity. They have multiple gold medals together, multiple silver medals, and multiple bronze medals together. So there's a reason for that consistency on the 2023 APP Tour. After this timeout, it is the second serve here for Glozman and Truong, so they just need to get one back before they will have their 6th opportunity at a game point. And speaking of that, let's take a look at their tournaments as a pair. 10 of them, 3 golds, 4 silvers, and a pair of bronzes. Looking to add another gold medal here today, even things up between their silver and gold medal count. Glozman and Truong, though, refusing. Slip away quietly.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Glozman drive that third.
It was short.
Yeah,
right?
it was short and it sat up. And it's when that ball is sitting up, it's much more difficult to drop because you're trying to drop from a higher ball.
Well, the timeout successful.
Very successful because it took them 6 tries, but finally Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr put game 1 away. They take it 11-8. So game 2 when we come back to Houston.
In our women's pro doubles gold medal match over Truong and Glozman.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
The APP is presented by Skechers, Power Plate, Yola, and Humana. Welcome back to Championship Court here in Houston. First game of our women's doubles gold medal match goes to Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. They are the ones who came through the back draw yesterday, though. So if they win this game 2, we will go to a 15-point championship tiebreaker. If Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman win this second game, then we will go to our third game. Best 2 out of 3 to 11. Fudge starting things off with authority on that overhead.
Yeah, had to protect the face there with that speed up from Alix Truong, but she gets on top of it. And then gets that pop up and the easy finish.
Ooh, Barr had an opening down the sideline as Glozman was pinching in the middle, but mishits it.
So it puts them on to their second serve. Megan Fudge with it.
Well, I actually think they missed the kitchen violation right there. Glozman's paddle hitting the kitchen as she goes to take that ball out of the air.
Another look here.
That one there.
And that ball too on Fudge. She goes at Truong when Glozman was off balance.
Some of these cross-court dinks are just clearing the net by like a centimeter.
Well, and the fact that Glozman's getting some of these too, like full extension, and not only getting them, not popping them up, she's doing something with them as well.
So first point of the game goes to Glozman and Truong.
See, Glozman, she's inching in the middle right there. She's itching, Chad.
She's ready to move, but Truong standing up just a little too much and walking through that drop. Ooh, just sneaking it through the middle there. Hides it extremely well. Drops that paddle head down. You'll see it from this angle. Just drops it down and then quick flick through.
Second serve.
So Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge on to their second serve here, looking for their first point of this second game.
0-1-2.
Glozman getting big in the middle. One of the things that she told me she's been working on quite a bit in recent weeks is how to own that middle space, get big. Does it there, forcing the side out.
Truong just gets caught up running through that dink. You see her feet were tight together, trying to squat through that as she runs up to the kitchen. She's got a split step play that with a wider base.
Well, that ball's just wide.
It's out. Calling for court stand.
Barr
Just wide.
Yeah, Barr almost gets it, but
Yes, you're good.
2-0-2. 2-0-2, the score for Truong's serve.
Point.
a little bit of sweat and glasses there for Barr.
Can confirm it's been hot and humid here in
Well,
Houston.
it's tough. You know, it's tough when that happens. You don't have windshield wipers built into your glasses to get that that sweat out of your eyes.
Nobody's Inspector Gadget. He did.
Ooh,
Passing
sneak
shot
it
down the line.
That's a great ball there from Glozman. And she sees the opening.
Well, what set that up, though, is that she has been taking that ball so far and rolling it back cross-court to Megan Fudge, but this time she just holds it and takes it straight down the line.
So a timeout called on the court here as Glozman and Truong have built themselves up a 4-0 lead to start game 2. Gives us a chance to look at our drop of the match happening just a few minutes ago.
Now we see another exchange right there. Now, not a true drop,
but an overhead
but an
drop
overhead drop that lands in.
Caused a little confusion between Barr and Fudge as that gives Truong and Glozman another point, and now a 4-0 lead here for Truong and Glozman, trying to force a game 3.
And for Glozman and Truong, going back to last game when the score was 10-4, they are on a 9-1 run here entering into this second game. So despite Fudge and Barr taking game 1, Glozman and Truong certainly finding some momentum here that they've carried over from the back part of game 1 into game 2. Truong trying to extend this lead.
Oh, she didn't hit it with everything she had, almost carried it and flipped it up and over, and it was a sigh of relief from Fudge and Barr as that ball looked like it might drop.
0-4-1.
That ball just a few inches outside by Glozman.
It was close, that's for sure, but just gets jammed up enough that when she comes through, there's a little bit of a flick.
So puts Fudge and Barr on the board here in game 2.
Oh my goodness, that is defense into offense, back to defense, and somehow just surviving. Perfect drop here for Megan Fudge off of the overhead. And then there's a little bit of communication between miscommunication between Truong and Glozman on that last ball.
So it's going to be 2-4-1, the score for Barr's serve. Truong leaving that a little bit short. So just like that, since the timeout, Fudge and Barr have had a side out and 3 straight points.
Such a good aggressive drop right there from Susannah Barr. And one of the biggest parts of her game.
That ball wide from Glozman as well.
That's a rarity.
Little drive. But again, on those shorter balls that are sitting up, it's much easier to drive off of than it is to drop.
Second serve.
Barr trying to counter the speed up from Vivian Glozman. Don't mind the aggressiveness because Fudge is always ready for that hands exchange up at the kitchen line. She just didn't get that last one clean.
I think that ball moved so quickly.
Yeah.
Fudge was kind of in the...
So Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr with their first lead here in game number 2.
Game of runs here in this second game. 4-0 and a 5-0, AJ?
Absolutely. Math checks out.
5-4-2.
You get a star.
5-4-2 for Megan Fudge. Ball sailing long.
Good defense there from Barr, but the pressure just too strong and too much there for Glozman and Truong.
4-5-1.
It wasn't out by much.
Susannah Barr with the forehand right past the paddle of Alix Truong.
It's the misdirection, right? It's when you don't know exactly where it's coming from.
4-5-2.
And it's the second ball that ends up being the put away for Barr.
Barr court still coming forward after that return. Only had 1 foot on the ground there. So as the body comes up, that contact point changes. End up rolling it down in the net.
5-5-2.
Ties us up at 5-all.
Truong's on that. I mean, that the first drive is a setup for the next one, and she was ready for it, but just kind of like took her foot off the gas.
So think about when that ball hits the net cord, right? All it is a couple of inches adjustment in the contact point between a really good ball and a ball straight in the top of the net cord.
And then Glozman stepping over to finish that one big in the middle, exactly like she wanted to be.
5-5-2.
5-5-2.
Ooh, Truong off the tape, and that ball just drops straight down.
Well, that's one where you hope it hits the bar on the way down.
Yes.
Because then it's a
no
replay.
chance.
Yeah, no chance of getting there.
That ball just a few inches wide.
Tell you what, you don't want to see Vivian Glozman rushing up to the kitchen line with a forehand like that.
No, it can get scary.
6-5-1.
6-5-1, the score for Glozman's serve. Oh, trying to lob on Susannah Barr. Dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it's not dangerous if it's a well-executed lob. This one right here, a little too much height, not enough depth. It gives Barr the easier overhead.
Barr stepping into that one right down the middle with the forehand.
The running around the forehand, too, there for Susannah Barr, getting this dink and then putting that pressure on, recognizing it and stepping right up and putting that ball away.
So gets a side out here for Fudge and Barr. Opportunity to tie this game up.
Well, Barr and Glozman Barr and Fudge, excuse me, gonna switch sides. Usually Fudge is on the left. They see something they like right now.
Oh, not that.
Second serve.
That's the not used to being on the left and the right, and the miscommunication in the middle.
Yep. W.
that's the W. W or the double I.
That ball just barely missing deep.
I'm hitting that. I'm hitting that. I'm not getting out of the way of that.
Well, I think Fudge is hitting. I think Fudge is hitting that too. She got beat, and it just happened to work out.
It didn't go to her forehand.
Yeah, exactly.
So the only thing was, let's get out of the way.
6-6-2.
Good step over and good power there from Vivian Glozman. And the good thing here is that she does not step back to the left. She does not give any room in the middle there. Once she is in it, she stays in it and finishes the point.
Second serve.
Stepping over there is Megan Fudge before the 1-2 combo here finishes things off.
Glozman just gets a little jammed up there. It's a good ball from Fudge.
6-6-2.
6-6-2, the score for Glozman's serve.
Point.
And a nice drive there from Truong. We haven't seen enough drives from Truong and Glozman.
No.
You mentioned that after game 1 that you wanted to see more of that. Here we are midway through game 2.
Yeah, not only was it a good drive, it was a good spot on the drive, right? It wasn't at the body of anybody. It was down the center service line, and it caused just enough confusion from Fudge and Barr that they mishit that.
6-7-1.
6-7-1, Susannah Barr with the serve.
Ooh, almost gets back. Again, Vivian Glozman has a rather
Arrived.
large and heavy forehand, and especially when she's got a bit of an overhead power behind it.
Wow. That's just pure attack mode from Fudge and Barr on that point.
Another look here. The point that tied things up.
Yeah, nice 1-2 combination there from Susannah Barr. Forehand crossbody and the two-hand rip down the line.
7-7-2, the score for Fudge's serve.
Oh, what an angle there from Megan Fudge. Great setup. And what you can easily do with that last ball, though, is overhit that. You watch her take her time here on that one. Doesn't really hit it real hard.
Placement over power, as you two always like to talk about. And it gives Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge the lead here in game 2. We are guaranteed another game between these two teams. The question is, will it be to 11 or 15? Right now, Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge with the lead here in game 2 because they came through the back draw and took game 1. If they win this one, then we go to a 15-point championship tiebreaker game to 15. If Glozman and Truong come back to get the victory here in game 2, then we move on to our game to 11. And that is because it is a double elimination tournament here at the APP Houston Open. And so Glozman and Truong have yet to be beaten. Got to beat them twice if you want to win that gold medal.
A good thing here for Glozman and Truong is that the fact of the matter is they're on second server are Fudge and Barr. So all they got to do is come out of this timeout, hold one, and then they got the serve back on their side. So let's see what happens here out of this timeout. But a good timeout here is this game is inched along. What do we have for our biggest lead of this game here, AJ?
15 seconds.
I believe it would be 4-0 when Glozman and Truong had the 4-0 lead, because then Fudge and Barr came all the way back, but they only took the 5-4 lead, and then it's been a 1-point exchange, 1-point difference pretty much the rest of the way. In game 1, the biggest lead, of course, was 10-4 for Barr and Fudge. Ended up putting that game away 11-8.
Good timeout, good pressure out of the timeout there from Glozman and Truong. Get that side out.
So again, when you call the timeout, your goal, if you're calling it defensively, is get the side out and then points on the board. Step 1 done for Glozman and Truong. Now off to attack game, second step, excuse me. But Megan Fudge says, give me a minute, cross court.
Almost looked like Fudge played 2 out balls right there.
That one?
No, not that one. It was 2 before it. The drop almost looked like it was going out. She played out of the air, hit a drop shot. It was nice.
So quickly onto their second serve, our Truong and Glozman. That ball also just a little bit out, so they did get the side out of the timeout, did Glozman and Truong. But Fudge and Barr get the ball back without Glozman and Truong able to tie things up.
Oh my goodness, Megan Fudge.
The defense from Megan Fudge is next level the past, like, what do we want to say, Chad? Month and a half? Like anything she gets a paddle on, she gets back.
But she's getting back with pace, too.
9-7-1-1.
Whoa.
Gives them the 9-7-1 lead here, late in game number 2.
Oh, what hands from Alix Truong right there. That was a put away for Megan Fudge. Alix Truong has other ideas, says not this time.
So it will be Fudge with the serve, 9-7-2. Good leave there by Truong and Glozman. Side out. It's going to be Glozman with the serve.
9-1.
Yeah, that's an excellent ball there from Truong. Fudge had to come over and cover middle because she had pulled that ball so wide. And then Truong gives a sharp angle back, creates the pop-up. As Fudge is a little off balance.
Vivian Glozman with a chance to tie things up. But Susannah Barr finds a spot of contention. Down the middle. Gets it through Glozman and Truong.
Well, good hold on her paddle here. Watch her wait last second. She'd let Truong come forward a little more.
No, 2 for 2. Slide it on by. Again, it's that slight misdirect because Barr swings with a lot more shoulder. The paddle is in position, and then as she swings with the shoulder, the ball slides off the paddle in the opposite direction.
Second serve.
What did we say? The hardest 2 points to get are the double-digit ones. And Barr and Fudge been stuck on 9 here for a few.
That ball sailing long for Truong.
Susannah let a ball go right there. She comes to play most times. She lets that ball go, gives them what here, AJ?
Game point opportunity. Could force their way into a 15-point championship tiebreaker, but Truong and Glozman want a moment to think about it as they sit in a situation where, yet again, Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge can finish off a game with the exact same score as game number 1.
Well, it's deja vu right here as Truong and Glozman take a timeout on second server. And so all they got to do is hold one here, get that serve back, and see if they can chip away at this lead. Barr and Fudge looking to end this and force that game to 15. But this is pretty much how we expected this one to be. Tight the whole way. Both of these teams very familiar with each other's game styles. We have seen a little more avoidance of the cross-court battle with Glozman because she's really worked on that the last month or so. Used to see Megan Fudge really grind out cross-court with Glozman. We've gone away from that. And the other spot that was a nice spot for Barr and Fudge to go to was the forehand of Truong. Truong's still getting better with that, but it seems to be where Fudge and Barr want to go right now.
So right now, Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge can force us into a 15-point championship tiebreaker game. It's going to be Susannah Barr with the ball and the opportunity to put this game away.
Time in. 10-8-2.
And they do. Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge work their way through the back draw to win 2 straight games here in our women's doubles gold medal match, which means
AJ's favorite part of the day,
15-point championship tiebreaker to decide who takes home the gold when we come back.
A typical insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Wait, take
for...
a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us. With the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP, it's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
From tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The APP is presented by LS, Gamma, the Boca Raton, and Franklin.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Hey, Jake from State Park. You know what's really scary? Popcorn with no butter.
No, getting insurance. I mean, what if the jargon makes me feel alone and in the dark?
Hey, at State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Sorry. Is that seat taken?
Get on up here, buddy. Let's go. Let's go.
This one? Yeah, throw my cup of ale.
I saw. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
SunMed. Premium hemp wellness for targeted relief and recovery, daily calm and relaxation, a better night's sleep, and brighter days. Discover modern wellness products for every part of your day and every step of your journey.
The APP is presented by Pro XR, C&D Nets, Discount Tire, and Sports Illustrated.
From tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
From the Volpe family to yours. Fine cured meats we've been crafting since 1902. Our secrets are simple. Care comes from the time it takes to do things right. Character comes from the hard work and determination it takes to make it. Craft comes from the traditions passed down over 4 generations. Delicious doesn't need to be complicated. That's the Volpe way, where passion and love go into everything we do. From John and Armando and Lorenza and Gianna. From our family to yours.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us with the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP. It's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
If you like to dink, then Pickleball Magazine has what you're looking for. Our bi-monthly print publication will help you become a better player with instructional tips, drills, and articles from the top teaching pros in the sport. And you'll become a healthier, stronger player with psychological, nutritional, and wellness advice from experts in their fields. Finally, if it's product reviews or the latest news, we have that too. To learn more or to subscribe today, go to pickleballmagazine.com.
From the Volpe family to yours. Fine cured meats we've been crafting since 1902. Our secrets are simple. Care comes from the time it takes to do things right. Character comes from the hard work and determination it takes to make it. Craft comes from the traditions passed down over 4 generations. Delicious doesn't need to be complicated. That's the Volpe way, where passion and love go into everything we do. From John and Armando and Lorenza and Gianna, from our family to yours.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Wait, take a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time.
002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
The APP is presented by Selkirk, Rainstorm, State Farm, and Tervis.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped, suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
SunMed, premium hemp wellness for targeted relief and recovery, daily calm and relaxation, a better night's sleep, and brighter days. Discover modern wellness products for every part of your day and every step of your journey.
The APP is presented by Pickleball Magazine, Classic, Drip Drop, and SunMed.
Welcome back to the APP Houston Open. We are heading to our 15-point championship tiebreaker game, and that is because Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge made their way through the back draw yesterday to earn their spot here on Championship Sunday. So, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman, because they came through the winner's bracket and stayed undefeated, have to be beaten twice here in Houston in order for someone else to take home the gold. And it is Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr who have forced this game. They won it in 2 straight games, 2-11 to start us off here in this women's doubles gold medal match. If you're Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman, what did you talk about in this break to make sure that you change your fortunes here in the championship tiebreaker game?
Need to bring pace.
Be more aggressive.
Be more aggressive.
That's
simple and easy.
Yep.
Well, speaking of that, I got a chance to catch up with Megan Fudge in between this little break, and she said exactly the same thing. She and Susannah Barr plan on coming out with a lot of aggression to establish that break did not change anything. They are still here. They are still the same team that has beat Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman twice today, and they can do it a 3rd time. Alix Truong with the serve.
That ball just kicked. You saw Fudge's weight throw back a little bit there when she tries to hit this 2-hander. Right there, the weight falls back over the heels, and that ball flattens out into the net.
A couple good digs there from Glozman in the middle of that point.
Side out.
And there's the half speed up, right? Gets the air, the pop up, and then all Megan Fudge has to do is punch that ball right down the sideline. Great setup by Fudge.
So a side out here. Susannah Barr getting things going.
0-1-1.
The Fudge Barr duo. Great placement there by Alix. Truong gets the ball just on the inside of the baseline.
Yeah, that's a great ball from Truong, just to keep this in, too.
0-1-2.
Well, she does a better job with the feet there in that last point. First point for Fudge and Barr, she ends up just a little bit too flat-footed.
Point.
Off the tape. Stays in.
Glad I'm not calling the far end of the court. Because that ball's way in, but
from our angle, look out. Yeah. What footwork there from Megan Fudge to clear herself and not get jammed up here. She could have easily gotten jammed up on the counter from Alix Truong. She slides to the forehand, clears her body, and is able to get a good paddle on that ball.
Good pressure there from Truong and Glozman. I would like to see, yes, Truong and Glozman are being a little bit more aggressive. They're getting in some fast hand exchanges, but they need to get the ball down a little bit more. If you get that opportunity to roll it down to the feet, roll it down to the knees, get something below the net so it then comes up. Right now they're going linear exchanges, and Fudge and Barr are coming out on top.
1-2-2, the score for Truong serve. Susannah Barr with the forehand push there.
The angle and how Vivian Glozman, she's using her height so well right now, reaching in and carving out that backhand. She's hitting that on a line almost down because she's reaching in so far and taking that out of the air.
2-1-1, the score for Barr's serve.
Nice drop there from Barr. Not much Truong can do other than try to bump that back up over the net. Ends up catching the net cord.
So it's a 3-1 lead here for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge.
3-1-1.
Our 15-point championship tiebreaker game to 15.
Point.
Make it a 4-1 lead. And like I mentioned, when we started this match, Megan Fudge said they wanted to come out aggressive and prove nothing has changed. And here they are, up 3.
I'm glad I'm not making calls on this side.
Oh, that one
was
looked
in.
No, that one looked out. That's just you're behind a TV monitor in the way.
There's some aggression from Alix Truong with the forehand down below the knees, just like you were talking about.
4-1-2.
4-1-2 for Fudge's serve.
Yeah, just slid that one a little too far wide as she tried to go back down the line behind Glozman here. You see paddle face just drag through.
1-4-1.
Oh, that's an excellent drop. That was an excellent drop there from Truong. Down to the feet of Barr, and the step in from Glozman puts that pressure on.
Another just barely missed to the outside from Susannah Barr. So Glozman and Truong working their way back into this game.
Two.
So right now you're having Glozman pinching so hard, you either have to let that bounce and hold her, or you need to pull that back cross court.
Well, let it bounce, take a step back, give yourself time, then you can roll back behind it. But if you're taking that on the half volley, you're reaching in.
How do you solve Glozman not coming in?
Return it.
Return it to her, right? And there's another example.
3-4-2.
Pushes Truong and Glozman onto their second serve, 3-4-2. Susannah Barr with the forehand to force the side out.
Well, I mean, it's in-game adjustments, Chad, and we talk about that a lot too, is who can make those in-game adjustments, and it's very hard to do when you're on court and you're playing. You don't have someone on the outside looking in. And so that's a good adjustment there from Fudge and Barr, realizing Glozman's crashing. Then the next two returns go to Glozman and keep her back.
Susannah Barr with the overhead winner there.
That's a good setup ball there from Fudge as well. Goes to the left hip, left shoulder of Vivian Glozman and crosses her up. Creates the pop-up.
Great get by Barr. And some confusion in the middle there by Glozman and Truong.
That was full frying pan, running forward with it, and just please flip this back up and over.
6-3-1.
That was an out ball, but still got away with it there for Glozman.
6-3-2.
Susannah Barr getting up to finish that point.
Not sure about that spot on the lob from Glozman because she's going over the left shoulder of Barr right into the right shoulder of Megan Fudge, and that's her forehand.
Now it's a 4-point lead for Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge. Largest lead they've had of this 15-point championship tiebreaker game to 15 so far. Truong getting out of the way of that one.
Timeout. Change ends.
Oh. Hold on, a little bit of confusion.
Line judge saw it in.
So the line judge, let's take another look at it.
I have a feeling
I'm not
it was
sure.
Out. That looks out from that angle. Hard to tell looking if we're not looking straight down the line.
Yep. But nonetheless, AJ, it is what? 8-3 and change.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm leaving in.
I was like,
that was
what
the
is
most awkward.
8-3. I see what you're saying.
There we go.
I was waiting for you to finish.
Awkward.
So regardless of that,
there we go.
Lead in
it
and
is
change.
8-3 because I wasn't actually sure that they committed to that 8-3 score yet.
Yeah.
Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong still were talking to the referees to confirm the score, and now you're right, Dom. Regardless. It is 8-3 here, so we are going to change ends, take a break for the players, a little added timeout here in our 15-point championship tiebreaker game to 15. 5-point lead here for Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr. How have they done that?
They've continued to put pressure on, right? And again, it's Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman want to put pressure, but if you can't put it on first and you have Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr doing it, initiating it, that's what's giving them a little bit of an issue, and they're avoiding the backhand of Vivian Glozman, which is much improved.
Yeah, I want to say Alix Truong needs to pick up the intensity. She has been very quiet. We've seen her getting caught with her weight back on her heels, but she's also getting balls that are coming to her from Susannah Barr, where she's sitting in defensive mode on the backhand side, and they're going out wide with a sharp angle. So it's very tough to come across right there. I'd like to see
15 seconds.
Both Truong and Glozman pick up the intensity here, be a little bit more vocal, put a little bit more pressure on.
And this is a team that certainly has the ability to do that in Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong. And as we've mentioned before, particularly with Alix, she is a player who is at her best when she is fiery, when she is very engaged and sort of taking things personally as much as you can in a sport that is not personal, right? But
yeah, she feeds off that energy. You're exactly right, AJ. That's when she's at her best, when she's engaged, when she's in the points, when she's kind of yelling and screaming along the way and celebrating. That is her game.
8-3-2.
So it's an 8-3-2 score for Megan Fudge's serve.
Side out.
So quick side out of the end change here. It's going to be Vivian Glozman with the serve. She and her teammate trailing by 5 here in our championship tiebreaker game to 15 to decide who takes home the gold.
Goodness.
This is disgusting.
Another point that had it all. It goes the way of Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr.
The volley lob from Barr. And then this exchange here to end it. Unbelievable.
3, 8, 2. Oh, hold on.
Oh, we got a play.
Referee called the score. Truong didn't even realize that Glozman wasn't next to her.
Play is still missing off the court right here. We dropped down to 3 all of a sudden. Yeah, good floating ball down the line there from Glozman. Kind of baits Barr into speeding that one up, and she wasn't in a position to really attack it.
Great defense there by Truong and Glozman to get a hard-fought point.
You, me, you. I got it. Down, up, left, right, inside, outside.
Great battle there for Glozman and Truong. Huge point for them to come out on top of right there. They cut the lead in half. Now add another. Back now within 3.
This little 2-0 run by Truong and Glozman ended a 4-0 run that Fudge and Barr had put together.
5-8-2.
And now it's 5-8-2. On their second serve, Alix Truong with it.
Point.
Good hands there again from Glozman. Going down the line, Barr getting a little too big with that take back. Catches the net cord.
6-8-2.
Good reach in there by Glozman. Takes the ball out of the air, the forehand. And now a chance to tie things up here for Glozman and Truong. And Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge want to take a timeout to think about it. Gives us a chance to look at our SunMed recovery moment of the match. It happened just a few minutes ago in the middle of this 4-0 run that Truong and Glozman are on.
Yeah, again, the exchange. Nice ball from Fudge, but the defense from Alix Truong keeps him in that point.
There were at least 3 balls that should have been put away that weren't. Truong 2 digs, Glozman 1 of them. And then coming up just a little short on the dink right there. Great job by Glozman and Truong as Chad motions, throwing the changeup in there. A little off pace.
So a chance now here for Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman to tie things up. At one point, they trailed 8-3 in this championship tiebreaker game to 15. But since the end change, they have been absolutely on fire. A 4-0 run.
So great run here from Glozman and Truong. Down 8-3 on the end change. Like you said, AJ, that 4-0 run getting them right back in here. And now all of a sudden this game to 15 is a ball game. Fudge and Barr looked like they were in control, going to start to pull away, but Truong and Glozman say, hold on a second, let's go on a little 4-0 run of our own.
And this is a moment for them to sort of remember how they got here, right? Because they did come through the winner's bracket, and it's easy when you lose those first 2 games to sort of start to doubt yourself. But these 2 are the ones, the reason we have to go to a 15-point championship tiebreaker game is because you did not lose yesterday. So opportunity here for Glozman and Truong to tie things up.
It's going to land in. Oh my gosh.
Great defense there. Fudge and Barr, impressive throughout that point.
Just when you think one team is in control of the point, it seems to be the opposite team that wins the point.
So it's going to be a side out here, and now it is Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr with a 1-point lead, looking to extend it here on championship court in our women's doubles gold medal match.
8-7-1.
Megan Fudge getting big to finish that one.
That's the spot. Go to Glozman one time on the backhand. She gives it back, carves it out nice and hard to Fudge. Fudge goes a little inside out. Watch this little inside out here. One hard. Now she goes inside out. That's the setup. She gets Truong baited into the speed up and she puts it away. That's a good pattern right there for Megan Fudge.
9-7-1.
Susannah Barr with the serve. Into the net. So it'll push them on to their second serve.
9-7-2.
Good spots there from Truong. Going a little bit further behind the reach of Barr.
So it gets the side out, and now it's going to be Vivian Glozman with the serve. 7-9-1.
There's the aggression that we've been waiting on.
Not just in the point, but after it. You see these two starting to look at each other, fire up.
Yeah, Glozman steps into that one beautifully with the two-handed backhand.
Now an opportunity here for Glozman and Truong to tie us up at 9-all.
Second serve.
The defense and the offense again, Jed. It's too good here from all 4 of these ladies.
Yeah, and the lob up over the left shoulder there of Alix Truong. There's nothing that she can do other than get that ball back. So difficult to hit a strong backhand overhead.
So pushes them on their second serve. 8-9-2 for Truong.
Side out.
Leaves that just a little short.
Stood straight up through it. Just got a little hesitant. Stands up just enough to leave that ball short, but they do answer, get one more back.
So it'll be Fudge looking to extend this lead.
Second serve.
A little too big there again for Barr, but it's a good setup. Again, just taking that paddle too far back on that forehand side, and a combination of laying the palm and paddle back as well flattens that ball out.
9-8-2.
So quickly onto their second serve.
Side out.
Trying to reset that ball down the line to Glozman. Good idea, but again, just clipping the top of the tape. Coming up empty on that service game, and right now at 9-8. You know, Barr and Fudge within 6. Glozman and Truong within 7. When you get a service game, you got to continue to add on. At least one every single time.
8-9-1, the score for Truong serve. So does the math translate when it's 15 points versus 11 that the double digits are always the hardest to get, or does it push back a few?
We talk about checkpoints in a game to 15. 8, you get that end change on your term. Then you get the first to get to double digits at 10, and then get to 13.
And that serve long from Vivian Glozman, and that's the other thing we talk about all the time, the unforced errors.
And the wind is picked up. It is from the bottom of your screen to the top of your screen at the back of Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong, and you saw it take right there as that serve goes a couple feet out.
9-8-1.
9-8-1 for Fudge's serve.
Well, this is as well for Barr and Fudge. It's going to knock down those drops. So it's going to be who can make the quickest adjustment here to the increase in wind. That's an excellent ball there from Vivian Glozman. And the thing that she does extremely well is that she takes that extra step. She doesn't try to reach or lunge for this one. It's the extra step and the heavy roll.
Well, it was about 8 shots before that Truong got a reset at her feet through the transition area that kept him in that point. She was in trouble, got herself out of it.
8-9-1.
So another scoreless service side. We've been exchanging them quite a bit since the end change.
Change of pace there too, Chad. Usually she'll pull the trigger and hit that hard. She takes something off that in the middle, does Barr.
Timeout. Servers at 8-9.
They pump fake the timeout.
No timeout called.
Truong and Glozman were a little frustrated, a little perturbed right there with the.
What a ball from Susannah Barr. Cross court. Vivian Glozman goes for the lob, but goes just a little long.
Is that inside-out forehand dink right there from Susannah Barr, where she puts a little pressure on Glozman. Glozman, the only thing she could do is throw this lob up and over. That almost landed in. It was almost a perfect lob from Glozman.
Very close there, but instead it's a side out here, and score still 9-8 in favor of Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr.
Two wants it right now.
That serve sailing long from Megan Fudge.
Each one of them having a missed serve. Glozman 1, Fudge 1.
Unlucky roll there for Glozman, and so it is going to be Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr who get to 10 first.
Wow, we have not had a point in a while. Let's see if they can use that.
5 service sets.
A little too big on the backhand there from Truong. But again, Glozman is pulled so wide out from the Fudge dink. She tries to roll the back cross court again, but it this time sits up a little too high, not as successful as the last roll. Now they are actually going to take a timeout.
So Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman calling timeout here. Trailing 11-8 in this championship tiebreaker game to 15. We sat at 9-8. Fudge and Barr with the 1-point lead for quite some time before they finally broke through and got that 10th point. Ryler DeHart over there with Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr, and talking through the reason we're in this championship tiebreaker game to 15. It is because Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr had to work their way through the back draw yesterday to earn their spot on Championship Sunday. Krista Getcheva and Rachel Retger putting them out of the winner's bracket and into that consolation bracket relatively early. Yesterday, having to battle through the back draw.
In the quarterfinals, had to win 4 games of 15 and a bronze medal match. So had to win 5 matches on the backside. 4 to 15, won 2 out of 3 to get back here.
And back here they did get, and then immediately they won the first 2 games 2-11, which means that because Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman came through the winner's bracket, they have to be beaten twice in a double elimination tournament. They were perfect yesterday. So today, Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge have to beat them twice if they want to take home the gold medal here in Houston. And here they sit 4 points away from the opportunity to do just that.
You each have 1 timeout remaining.
Timeout called by Glozman and Truong, and so now 1 timeout apiece remaining for each team.
Again, the timeout called on 2 here, so only have to hold 1.
11,
See if Truong and Glozman can do it.
That ball out by Vivian Glozman.
Yeah, it's a good change up right there from Barr and Fudge. Nice controlled point, and then when it's time to attack, they go at it.
12-8-2.
That is such a good counter dink from Vivian Glozman, because it looks like Fudge has the advantage there. And Glozman says, no, I'm going to cut this even harder back to you.
You give me pace, I'm going to give you just as much, if not more, pace back.
Alix Truong with the serve here, 8-12-1. Fudge getting ready, big forehand to finish that off.
And the finish right now you're seeing from Barr and Fudge, where are they finishing? They're finishing on the outer thirds of the court. They're not finishing in the middle. When they do go to the middle, the ball's coming back. So right there, Fudge figures it out, goes to the outer third, and it's a put away.
Point.
Yeah, much better controlled point there from Glozman. Nice easy drop comes up. And just a medium pace speed up on that backhand side.
2.
Oh.
Point.
Some confusion in the middle, but Glozman and Truong get the ball back over. Hit Susannah Barr and knock off the visor.
Glasses,
visor. That was herself there with the catching that ball deeper.
10,
and it comes up off the top of the paddle. Oh, good hands there from Fudge. Like the move from Glozman.
Do you see what Fudge did right there? Right? So it was a double bounce. Truong got it back over, but Fudge, just for the sake of it, as it bounced, she hit it back. Right? Just in case someone said, no, it wasn't a double bounce. She hit it back.
12-10-1.
Barr with the serve here. 12-10-1. That time, Megan Fudge steps into the middle, and Alix Truong goes right behind her.
Yeah, Truong just gave Megan Fudge a taste of her own medicine right there. Almost exactly the same thing. Rolls it to the middle. Fudge steps over, speeds up, and Truong is there to counter with the backhand.
Lob stays in.
Right into the sun.
Yes, right into it.
Off the edge guard, it looked like, of Megan Fudge's paddle, and so it's a side out here.
Go ahead, though.
No, great offensive lob, and again, Glozman throwing it right back up, and it goes right into the sun. Fudge off the edge guard. No points scored on that service game for Barr and Fudge.
10-12-1.
That Ball was out.
Yeah, ball's wide right there.
The ball was just wide.
So just like that, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman with an opportunity to tie things up here in our 15-point championship tiebreaker game. At one point, they trailed by 5 points, 8-3, and then 12-8, and now here they are with an opportunity to tie us up at 12-all. Getting some clarification from our head official here, Larry Harvard, that everyone is in the right spot for this serve.
Alix is serving.
At 11-12-1.
11-12-1.
Yeah, they came in at 10. That ball was wide.
Point. We'll get you back on track.
No, they're subbing one.
So it's 11-12-1 here. Just making sure we're all on the same page. Critical point here in our 15-point championship tiebreaker game.
We still have a confusion break going on right now.
So while we have a break here in the action, I want you to talk me through how Truong and Glozman have gotten themselves back into this championship tiebreaker game to 15.
Well, and what is we've seen flashes of so far. Glozman is now stepping back into the middle. She's putting some pressure on, and just with the movement, it creates
11,
that
12,
pressure.
1.
But Truong has also, like I said, given Fudge the taste of her own medicine a couple of times as far as floating that ball, getting it to speed up.
That time, Megan Fudge with the strong response. So it's going to be pushing Glozman and Truong onto their second serve. Vivian Glozman, 23-year-old out of Bellevue, Washington, with the ball.
Good talk from Megan Fudge, because Susannah Barr was pulling the trigger on that ball. But she leaves this go because her partner says no, and maybe it was a little too high.
12-11-1.
We'll go with it was because Megan Fudge made the call early enough for her to adjust. Megan Fudge stepping over into the middle and the strong winner.
But what was it? It was hands, exchange, right at each other, and then watch Fudge slides and goes opposite.
13-11-1.
So 13-11-1 the score for Susannah Barr's serve. That time it's Susannah Barr coming in, stepping strong to make it a 14-11 score. Timeout called on the court by Vivian Glozman and Alix Truong as Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr have set themselves up for a championship point.
Some great defense from Vivian Glozman. She had two good resets right there. The issue was the resets were good, but she was on her heels. She couldn't move forward on them. And then the third one ends up getting popped up.
You know, each time that she tried to reset, she's getting pushed further back, like you were saying. So what ends up happening is that ball, because Barr and Fudge are attacking from up, down, each time that ball's tried to be reset, it keeps going up higher and higher and higher till that last ball. And again, what you pointed out earlier, Barr and Fudge are not hitting through the middle of the court. They're going outside the right foot of Alix Truong, the left foot of Vivian Glozman. So it becomes very difficult to reset in that backhand position as you're moving across.
So Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge already have 3 gold medals as a duo this 2023 APP season. A shot here to earn their 4th. They take the first 2 games, first to 11. And now in this championship tiebreaker game, they have set themselves up with a championship point opportunity. Susannah Barr with the serve. And the ball left a little short by Alix Truong, so Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge are golden yet again. 4th gold medal for these two as a team. You see Megan's family coming out to support her own kiddos with some medals around their neck.
Oh,
you
they
love
won
that.
today, too, yeah.
They've got the silver medals around their neck.
They
Things
took
we
silver
love
today.
to see. We will hear from both teams when we come back to Houston.
Retirement. It's not all one big vacation. It's great to find purpose by trying a new activity. Keep an active social life, but don't forget to make new friends too. As always, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Isn't it wonderful to be retired?
SunMed. Premium hemp wellness for targeted relief and recovery, daily calm and relaxation, a better night's sleep, and brighter days. Discover modern wellness products for every part of your day and every step of your journey.
We started this mission in tennis about 5 years ago. We've been perfecting our craft and our tools. We now see a phenomenal opportunity to take all that and bring it into pickleball to support an emerging ecosystem that's booming. And it's a super complementary partnership for us with the experience and the existing events that are up and running, the recreational element of APP. It's a fantastic 1 + 1 is going to equal 4. So we're thrilled to be partnering with APP.
And the Boca Raton championship point goes to Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr, Chad.
Yeah, able to come back and double dip. Truong and Glozman, excellent job from them, and you see the finish right there from Megan Fudge, sealing the deal. AJ McCord is down courtside with all 4 of our players.
What a game between these two teams. Our women's doubles gold medal match always delivers when these two squads are on the court. We're going to get to Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr in just a minute. But first, Alix, Truong, Vivian, Glozman, you guys work your way through the winner's bracket yesterday, earned the spot here in Championship Sunday. I know you guys were talking me through just how you have grown as a team in this season. How have you seen that on display here in Houston, Alix?
I thought Viv and I played great all weekend. Yesterday was a fantastic day for us. We really meshed together. Today, I guess it was just one match, trying to get warmed up, but Megan and Susannah had a great day yesterday as well, running through the back, so they knew they wanted to come out here firing, and unfortunately, we just couldn't do the same thing.
But Vivian, you're walking away from here with the silver medal here with Alix. What are you guys going to take from this as you move forward as a duo?
I think we know that when we play our game, we can compete with anybody, so it's just great to be back on another Sunday, and congrats to Megan and Susannah for working their way back up. It's not easy. Me and Alix have done that before, so watching them yesterday, I was very impressed, so congrats.
Congratulations, Alix Truong and Vivian Glozman, your silver medalists here at the 2023 APP Houston Open. All right, and now we will turn our attention through these two who had to grind it out to get back here to Championship Sunday. But you two as a team, we've seen a ton this 2023 APP season. Megan, how did you lean into the grind yesterday to prove that you belong here on Championship Sunday in Houston?
Yeah, I mean, obviously credit to Rachel and Krista yesterday. They played a phenomenal match. Shout out to them. They took it to us, they brought it, and they were better than us in that match. So we had to go the long way around. We got to get through the back draw. We took one match at a time, confidence in each other's abilities and problem solving out there, and knowing that we can come back and get it on Sunday.
I want to talk about that problem solving and the confidence you guys have in each other, Susannah, because one of the things we saw in this match was just how quickly you set the tone every single time we started a new game. How important was that to your success?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming out that Alix and Vivian were going to be tough competitors, and we just knew that we wanted to set the tone today. We communicated the entire match and through points and just kind of really tried to keep our minds in the game.
Kept your minds in the game, kept yourselves in the points. And Megan, I know that was especially difficult for you because in between the 2 games and then the 15-point championship tiebreaker game to 15, you were running over to see how Lily and JR were doing in their match. Walk away with the silver medal. What does the medal count look like these days in the RV?
Oh my goodness, I think they're going to have us beat pretty soon. But phenomenal job to Lily and JR. They played in the 3-0-19 plus mixed doubles today and came home with the silver. So good. They won their last match 12-10 in the third in the round robin to earn that silver medal, and I'm just so proud of them.
Mom still got it, though. She's taking home the gold. Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr, congratulations. Our 2023 APP Houston Open gold medalists.
What a comeback there for Fudge and Barr. Chad, they double-dipped Truong and Glozman. They were playing really well today.
Well, we talked about that Glozman and Truong needed to come out and be aggressive, but it was actually Fudge and Barr that came out, set the tone, set the tempo, were more aggressive, took their opportunities to speed it up, and they, again, were changing direction, hitting the outside spots, and that was ultimately the difference.